stories, okay? That's the most important thing that you can do. Everybody has a story, and it's one thing to ask a person to hear their story, but you also have to listen to what they're saying and try to listen without being judgmental. And I'm going to do a very short little story about my growing up. And I grew up in many different places. Our family moved around a lot. And when I got to third grade, we moved to a town that was in Wisconsin. I had come from Alaska. In Alaska, there was no sense of fashion or style. You dressed practically because it was cold, and there weren't stores to really go shopping at. So I grew up in a place that was very sort of backwards compared to a town in Wisconsin. So I ended up in this town in Wisconsin, and I didn't know what fashion was, and it was a big deal in the school that I was put into. And on top of that, I had a mother with multiple sclerosis who couldn't teach me anything and about fashion because she was not capable of doing that. And my father was on the road all the time. So both my and my sister had to kind of raise ourselves. And it was a big adjustment to move to a new school and to have to function in a society that didn't know who I was and really didn't want to know. And then you add to that the fact that I am a student with dyslexia. And back in our days, we didn't have special ed teachers that really knew much about learning disabilities. So they put me in the dumb person class, is what they actually called it, which is a very different sense than what we do now. So you've got a kid who doesn't know anything about fashion, who's just moved to a new town, who has a mother with multiple sclerosis, and has been put in the classroom with two other people who never graduated from high school. And that was the starting of my existence in elementary school. I never thought I would be a teacher, but not surprisingly, it was a teacher who came along and said, I don't think that you're a dumb student. And she spent every day after school teaching me how to read. I didn't know how to read as a third grader. She spent every day after school teaching me how to read and how to write. Into third grade, fourth grade, I still came in. And by the time I got to eighth grade, I was on the honor roll. And by the time I got to high school, I graduated in the top 5% of my class. That couldn't have happened without a very caring teacher who wanted to know my story and bothered to take her time, some serious amount of time, and believe in me so that I could be where I am right now, hopefully helping students along the way so that you can, there again, pay it forward. So it is a pay it forward story. And I hope that you know that your teachers are here to help you in ways that you may not even realize, and that we all have our own stories. Many people are teachers because somebody in their own past took the time to care and know that we do honestly care about you, and being tough is part of that caring sometimes. So that's my story.
Very good. Thank you.